So we spent a lot of time this weekend really learning how to be better creators, how to build businesses. And I want to spend just 30 minutes talking about our mission and why we do what we do, and then sharing a few details as to what's coming, what's changing. So our mission exists on this little plaque that sits on every team member's desk. And it's just, we exist to help creators earn a living. It's why we do everything that we do. So I want to share a few stats going through the last year and just walking through where we've been and where we're going. So first, if you don't know, ConvertKit's just a team of 37 people. And we're here to serve, we're here to help each creator. But with just a team of 37, we're now serving 19,500 creators. Pretty excited about that. What's even better is that those 19,500 creators, all of you, now have a reach of 87 million subscribers across the entire platform. It's actually, if you add up everyone's email list, it's actually 140 million people. But these are the unique people, the unique number of people that each of you reach. And we're really excited about that because we see all of these interactions, whether it's Pat, sending out an email, which I'm sure is coming later, breaking down the finer points of rap, which is probably coming. Or whether it's someone else, teaching something new, inspiring stories, or whatever else. These are amazing opportunities to reach this 87 million people. And we're now at 6.7 billion emails delivered across the platform. So these are all these great touch points, all these great interactions for all of you as creators to serve and reach your audience. Now, one thing that we announced last year was we rolled out 24/7 live chat. That was fun. We now have the ability to help customers in real time. And so a few stats from that I wanted to share. Since that, we've had 39,000 live conversations over the last year, averaging 120 per day. And my favorite thing is that the median response time is 13 seconds. And so I just like to think about the creator on a Sunday night, 9:30 p.m., kids are in bed, and you're stressed about that launch the next morning, and you're like putting the last details in your email, you're all ready to go, and then you have a problem, and that's where we're there. We're there to help. Average of 13 seconds, jump on, we're there to help you with your launch. So, yeah. That's a little bit of where we've been, a few of the stats, but I want to show what's next for ConvertKit. Who wants to know about any new features coming out? Anybody? Yeah? Okay. First thing that I want to talk about is new forms. So, how you grow your list is really important. It's at the core. But we really think of it as the first experience that your subscribers have with you, and we want that to be pretty great. So, we have an entirely new form builder that we've built out. It's really easy to change colors. But what you're going to care about it even a little more is it's really easy to add custom fields. So if you want to add other details like we want to collect phone number, any other details, you can do that. But what you might care about even more is if you want to collect certain tags and ask people questions, what kinds of content are you interested in, you can do that. So right here what I'm doing is asking what type of content you're interested in. I have my own tag names behind the scenes. You probably don't want to show that to those people. To all of your subscribers. And so you can change them to whatever you want. That's a drop-down. They can select what they want and go from there. The other thing that you can do is you could change it over to be checkboxes instead. And so if people wanted to select multiple, it's very easy to add. And then there's this thing that happened like a couple months ago. I don't know. I can't remember what the acronym is. But if you've heard of it, this is now a lot easier to add checkboxes and get consent from your subscribers. Because it's really important for your subscribers to be able to choose what content they want from you and to be able to protect their privacy as well so you can get them exactly the right message that they want to hear. The next thing that we've done is we've redesigned each of the forms and made image management a lot easier. So now if you wanted to add a background image to a form or something like that, we can grab a great landscape shot, throw it in there, and then go in and change colors and clean up the look. And it's really easy to just click preview, see what that form's going to look like. So you can customize it to your site and make it look the way that you want. The next thing that we've done is that we've redesigned our landing pages. So these are all about how you get everyone on your list. We have this brand new landing page style called the profile landing page. So if you were just getting started and you had 10 subscribers or 50 subscribers, maybe you don't have a site yet, you could use this landing page to get your initial subscribers in there. I'm going to upload a photo of my favorite book. I'll wait for that to finish uploading. But you could just capture your subscribers really quickly. There you go. It's a good book. You can start to change other details about it. You can, of course, add any forms, capture tags, any of that that you want in there. And all the colors, fonts, everything is totally customizable. Okay, best thing is this is available today in beta. So if you go into your ConvertKit accounts, you can use it right now. But remember its rule, no laptops, so you're going to have to wait at least 23 more minutes. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you is better insights. So as an industry, we tend to get a little bit caught up in vanity metrics, right? How many subscribers did I get today? Maybe a particular open rate, and we get really caught up in all those details. But we want to really help you be focused on making better decisions in your business, and so we want to give you the data for that. And so what we have is an entirely new subscriber graph. So I can see how my list is growing over time. I can switch into the days view to see it more granular. But even more importantly, I can filter and segment this based on anything in my account, any tags, anything that I want to graph, I can do that here. So if I want to look at just customers, I could see that. And I could see how, okay, this one declined slightly over time, that whatever changes is going on with a particular segment. I can also look at some really important metrics in my business. Like, for example, how many Nathans there are subscribed to my list. Let's look at it for all time. There we go. That's the kind of up and to the right growth that I want to see. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is an entirely new graph that we're also rolling out along with this. And that is the net new subscribers graph. So what this is showing is on a given day or a given month, in this case it's months, how many Nathans are joining or leaving my list. That's crucial data for your business. But if we want to look at all subscribers, there we go. You can see my big imports. You can see exactly what's going on in a given month, how many are joining or leaving. And so you know the full picture, not just the total line, but exactly what makes it up. If I look at the last 30 days, then I can see exactly when I sent an email, right? And there's the unsubscribes, and that was a negative day. But then the other days are going to make up for that growth. And then, of course, just like in the other graphs, I can change this. I could go to a week view, and then I could add exclusions to that, right? If I wanted to go filter out those big imports, or if I wanted to see everyone except for my customers, how is that segment growing or changing over time, I can do that. So anything that you could put in a segment or a filter, you can now graph. Now with that, I can also get insights. So I could see, I sent out this broadcast and unsubscribes were higher than before. I might want to know why that segment of people is leaving more than before. And so with that, I could start to select just a certain segment and then see how many people from that segment unsubscribed on a given day. So there's a lot more detail there. The other thing that you're going to love is that this is also available today. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is infrastructure. Right, none of this matters if we don't have great reliability, great sending times, and have a really great ability to get your emails to the inbox. And so we've put a lot of effort into our infrastructure. So our engineering team actually just finished a big move, moving all of our infrastructure to Amazon Web Services, which if you don't know, that's the same technology and the same infrastructure that Netflix and Amazon use to deliver their great content and products. And so we just finished that. It's going to allow a lot of great new functionality and just a lot of great new stability as well. But we also introduced a new technology called Elasticsearch. And I know it's kind of weird and nerdy, but that graph that you saw earlier, it loaded really quickly. And even on our large accounts where they have 1 million subscribers or more, it loads quickly because of this new technology. And so as we roll out Elasticsearch throughout the whole product, we're able to get you these stats and insights really quickly because we want you to get the information you need out of ConvertKit and then get back to creating. And then the last thing that we've done as the product has scaled from back in the day when we were sending 10 million emails a month to now we're sending over 500 million emails a month, what we've done is we've gone through and found all the points and all the inefficiencies, and we've worked those out. So this is just a quick graph of our email sending performance over time. In this graph, spikes are not a good thing, right? A spike means that it's going slowly. And so after we've gone through and performance tuned this, you can see that all of those spikes level out and that it's going a lot smoother. So we've been systematically going through and improving the product as we scale. And it's made some really, really big improvements. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is how you pay rent. So email has always been the place where creators drive sales, where you earn a living. But it's always been really difficult to find the people who, where they came from and what they actually purchased, and how to pull those two things together. So today we want to make that a lot easier. So first, you had to use tags. So if you did something like purchase a product in Teachable, and then you wanted to trigger automations or something like that, you had to first connect to a tag and then do everything else you wanted from there. But today we're introducing a concept called purchases. And that's where we sync directly with the integration partner and bring in the full data. So let me show this to you. So now when someone purchases, I can have an automation like this. And I can create an automation so that when someone purchases any product, then it's going to add a tag or take any other action. So let's just add a tag to anyone who purchases a product. Or if you want to go for something a little bit more robust, when someone purchases a specific product, this is my entry-level product, then I can start to send them emails to upsell them to the main product that I want to sell them on. And then once they do that, and they go through those emails, of course, I'm going to add an event so that once they purchase, they're going to be pulled forward to that event, and then I could write a follow-up sequence afterwards to try to get them the new information and everything from there. So what's really special about this is all the data that we're now pulling in from all of our integration providers. So in this case, I can write my whole follow-up sequence, but it really gets straight to a direct connection between what we're doing and the e-commerce provider. And now when I click into a particular subscriber, then I can go over to the Purchases tab and see exactly what they purchased. In this case, he's only made one purchase. But if someone had made more purchases, then they would see the exact dollar amount, and it totaled up all the way down of these are the 5 things that they purchased, whereas this person only made one purchase. So this has been a huge project. Thanks. The biggest thing is that we wrote entirely new APIs for this, and then we worked with all of our most popular e-commerce providers to rewrite all of the integrations. So these are just 15 of the integrations that we've rewritten. These are all ready and available today. So if you connect this to your account, then what you're going to see is you're going to be able to start to pull in all the past purchase data. So like I've been using Gumroad for my sales for 5 years at this point. I have a lot of data there, and now when I reconnect that integration, I can pull in all of the past data and have it for all of my subscribers. So it's available today. The last thing with this is that we're just getting started. So we announced a couple things here, right? We have much better insights, and then we also have all this new purchase data, and so it puts ConvertKit in a really unique place to know both where a subscriber came from and how much money they spent. So we're going to continue to work really hard to combine those things so that you can know what activities on the growth side are actually driving revenue. So there's going to be a lot more great stuff coming. All right, now I want to give you a preview of something that's coming on a little later down the road. And I want to start by talking about email editors. So this came up about a year ago when my friend Robert Williams wrote this post. He says, why? And I'm just imagining him like getting a little worked up. Like, why? Why does email marketing software hate writing? I thought, I'm a writer, and I design email marketing software. I don't hate writing. But I read his whole post, and he's right. He's talking about how, out of all of these platforms, you have Medium and WordPress and all these great platforms, and everyone's focused on a great writing experience. And then you have all of the email marketing software out there, and no one's focused on a great writing experience. They may be focused on beautiful emails, or putting in your multi-column layouts or whatever else, but they're not focused on a great writing experience. As I started to go through this, I realized that even all these beautiful emails and these templates and everything else ends up making a more frustrating writing experience. Because in many of these tools, if you go to write a new email, then what it says is, what template would you like to use today? And you're like, the same template that I used for the last email and the 100 before that. Like, why are you asking me this? I use this, I use the same template. This is making it a clunky and worse process. And so we talked as a team, and we realized that just because every other email company makes the same mistakes, it doesn't mean that we have to. And so we went on a search to figure out, okay, what's the right way to build a better writing experience in email? And we really came back to Medium. They do a great job with it, allowing you to create a design that doesn't distract, but really reinforces the words that you're writing. So I'm really excited to say that we're bringing that same delightful writing experience to email. I'd like to give you a little preview of it. So in the new email editor, it's content first, but if you want to add an image, that's really easy to do. Changing sizes, things like that, is quite easy. If you wanted to, for example, add a video with maybe your new buddy, Casey Neistat, you could put that in there, change details about it. It would generate the thumbnails and previews for you. And then, of course, if you want to change font sizes, colors, other details, you can do that. But the important thing is that this is focused on the words first and then letting you add to that rather than distracting and being a template first, right? Because the words are how you connect with your audience. They're how you make an impact on your readers. And then, of course, it wouldn't be the same if we didn't pull in purchases and products from Shopify and our other partners. So now, you're going to be able to use design to reinforce how you write emails and how you sell products, and ultimately, what we care most about to drive more revenue and help you earn a living as a creator. So this is coming later this year, and we'll keep you updated on the development on it. All right, so on the product side, a few things. Forms, insights, and purchases, those are all available today. We'll be sending out emails, other details, in-app notifications so you can learn exactly how to use them and what's available from it. And then the visual email editor will be coming later this year as we work on it more. All right, taking it back to the mission. Our mission is to help you earn a living as a creator. We're doing that through the software. We're doing it through support. We're doing it through, we shot a documentary this year, working to inspire the next generation of creators. Hopefully you find that this conference is helping you earn a living as a creator. Look at that guy. We're doing it through a brand new coffee table book. All of this working to inspire creators. But we think really hard about what if you never get that opportunity? So all of us in this room, we create from a very privileged position, right? Later I'm going to write a blog post on my MacBook. If I have an issue with my MacBook, I'll probably take it to the Apple Store or buy a new one. We create from a very privileged position. And so we think about all the people who don't yet have that opportunity. And so we've been thinking as a company that we want to put a lot more of our money behind some of these other projects. So over the last year, we've been doing some things that are really fun. So we worked with an organization called Earth Mission Asia to buy this land to build a hospital in Burma to bring medical care to that entire community. We've been working with our dear friends over at New Story Charity to build houses in Haiti and El Salvador. And then we've been working with Charity Water to drill wells. And all of the goal is to fulfill the other side of our mission of helping creators earn a living. And to meet these basic needs, to allow more people to have that opportunity. So we think about that a lot. All the stuff that I just talked about. We know what our mission is, but we've been thinking really hard about our role. How do we chase that mission? We know that we have to build a great product. A great product is absolutely core. And we know that we need to support all of our creators, and we need to support the basic needs of these new creators coming along. We have the conference, the documentary, the coffee table book. We spend so much of our marketing budget on serving and educating creators. But we don't really feel like our name matches that vision. So, 2 years ago, at our very first team retreat, I sat the team down and said, our company needs a new name. So I have one more thing. When I look at the way that we approach building the product, the way that our entire marketing budget is to invest in you as creators, the way we run this event, the way that our speakers connect with the attendees, the way that we do everything that we do, there's one common idea that ties it all together. And that's that we believe in service and generosity. So as we spent the last 2 years trying to come up with the new name and the new direction for this company, we knew that it had to hit on that core idea. So, really excited to tell you that ConvertKit is now SEBA. Now, SEBA means selfless service. And when we think about selfless service, we actually don't think about ourselves. In this case, we think about all of you. We think about the creators who know that their audience isn't there to serve them. We think about creators who instead get up every day to serve their audience. You all know the people who really pour everything that they have into serving their audience. I can't help but think of someone like Pat Flynn, serve first, it's even on his shirts. Or Nicole Walters, right? She spoke last year. She pours everything she has into serving her audience. It's absolutely incredible. She really embodies selfless service. Or Dave Stewart, who's here in this room. He is educating teachers. He's helping them be better in the classroom. And he's earning more from his blog doing that than he did from teaching. And yet he goes back and he teaches every single week because he cares that much. And so that's what we think about. That's what SEBA means to us. SEBA is a community. It's us. SEBA is a way of doing business. It's a way of building your business. And so SEBA is the future of how we're building this company. And I couldn't be more excited to build it alongside anyone else than all of you. So, as of today, we are SEBA. Thank you, guys.